Hello and welcome to Rosberry Crafts, my YouTube channel where I share all my crafty adventures. Today is January 30th, 2024, and this is episode 35. Hello and welcome to all you new viewers, and welcome back and thank you very much to all you returning viewers. My name is Roz and I live in Lake Country, British Columbia, Canada with my husband and my two kids who are 13 and 12. Today for you I have what am I wearing, finished objects, works in progress, events, and some chatter. Let's get started, shall we? What am I wearing? Today I am wearing my Ease pullover. This is a pattern by Alicia Plummer, and I modified the neckline just to have a standard 1x1 ribbed neck instead of the higher kind of mock turtle cowl neck kind of thing that it does have. But everything else is to pattern. I wear this sweater a lot. If you've watched before, you will have seen it many times on the podcast because I do wear it a lot. The yarn is Patton's, you think that I would know because I say it a lot, Patton's Classic Wool in the dark marl colorway. So it is there's multiple plies in different colors. So some of it is the white and some of it is the dark gray, and it kind of creates this heathered effect, which it also goes with a lot of things. Makes it a little more interesting, but also it's kind of like a neutral in its own color. And I wear leggings a lot, and so this goes great with leggings. That's it for what I'm wearing, and we'll move on to finished objects. I have two finished objects this week. Both of them are small objects, and sometimes when you have quite a few larger projects, it's great to have just that simple, mindless go-to knitting that creates a small project. You get that satisfaction of finishing a project like a hat or a headband. In this case, I cast on this headband. This pattern is Reversible Headband by Laura Reinbach. And it is double thick, and you just do like a purl row on there, and I'm not going to give away too much of the secret sauce. You can check out the pattern if you're interested. She does hers with a different color on the inside, and so then you can wear it reversed and it will be a different color, but I had enough of this yarn and I just really wanted to use up some of my scraps, so I made this. This is the Cedar Country Style DK in Fawn, and I still have like 20 grams of this left, so maybe another one of these, maybe another one of these with a different color on the inside, or maybe a stripe in a different color, because I think this one took 25 grams. But yeah, it's worked out good, and it's a little bit snug for my head, but Taylor has claimed it, as she normally does with a lot of things that are just a little bit too small for my head. So that is the headband, and you hadn't seen that one before, but you have seen my Musselburgh. I did this out of some leftover yarn, and I did up to here last time is where I had finished, and it has been more than a week. My normal episode length is a week, but it's been more than that, and I've watched quite a few basketball games and robotics things. So yes, I have done all of these colors all the way down to the end. So I'm going to fold this up and show you now how it works. Yeah, takes a moment. Hold on. So how I like to do it is I find the points, I pinch it, and I give it a good shake. So with this pattern, you get a double thick hat. This is like a child size. I can fit it on my head, but it's definitely snug. So yeah, I think it turned out fun. When you fold, you can fold it up, and then you get this light color with a bit of the dark gray, depending on how far you fold it up, and then the blue and the black, which is super fun. And then if you go the other direction, you get this stripy hat, and then you can fold up, sorry, it's easier to do on my lap, fold up the brim and you get a bit of the dark gray, which I think goes nicely with that. So these were all leftover yarns that I had. This one is Dying to Please in their Superwash Merino DK in the Amalfi Coast. And then the other ones are some Ginger Snap in their Squishy DK from a shawl that I made. It was a kit that I bought from them. And then I used a tiny little bit of some Knit Picks Swish in the black because I ran out of black and I still had to finish. So it matches, it's fine. If you look closely at it, you can probably see it on camera. Yeah, you can see that section there is a different shade of black. But when you're wearing it, I don't think anybody's gonna notice. So back here, no one's gonna notice. So that will go in the gift bin, charity bin up there, and call that done. It feels really good to finish a couple projects, and we will move on to works in progress. First up, I want to talk about a shawl that I've been working on, and I have not made a ton of progress on this, but I've made a little bit. So I moved my stitch marker up when I started, but I've been working away on a couple rows of this, and I am loving how it's turning out. It's kind of blowing out a bit on camera. In person, it blends a bit more, the colors. That's a bit better. Beautiful lace pattern. I'm definitely getting the hang of it. This is Traveling Woman by Liz Abinate. And yeah, this is a self-striping shawl yarn from Gauge Dye Works. It's her MCN fingering self-striping in the peacock colorway. And you can see I'm just about coming to the end of this greeny color. And then I've got a variety of blues. Well, I guess really just two blues. And what I'm going to do is kind of guesstimate, because there's still quite a bit, like that's still fairly thick. I'm going to guesstimate when to move to the border chart, but it's not going to be soon. Because each of these color sections is kind of an equidistant. So I can definitely get this teal blue. It's not really showing, but that center bit is teal blue. I can definitely get the regular lace pattern repeated again at least once through there. And then I've got the medium blue and the dark blue to worry about. So we'll see where we get to with those colors. But that's my just sitting in the evening and knitting project, which has not been happening lately because I have been busy. So that is it for the Traveling Woman. Let's put that down, and I have to reach way over here because it's on the floor, of course. And in my very fun Christmas vacation giant bag, I think I just bumped my mic. I have my Choose Your Own Adventure knit along. This is hosted by the Northern Knits podcast. Jocelyn and Diana have designed a pattern together, and you answer quiz questions, and then that determines whether you do the Jocelyn pattern or the Diana pattern within the shawl. So I'm just in the transition point after clue 2. So if you don't want to see my pick for clue 2, then look away now. So here's clue 1. We started off with this fun pattern. It is rolling a bit, but that will block out. Super fun pattern. And then we moved into the transition. And this will block out beautifully. We have some lovely eyelet lace, and I'm just working on the transition. I'm still on ball 2, but I'm about to switch to ball 3. All right, so ball 2 is this a bit more charcoaly, and then ball 3 is definitely has a bit more black. The colors are more saturated than ball 2. So we are getting pretty close on that. I'm not going to hold up the other colors because I really don't want to mess up all the order of everything in the bag. So we'll call that good. The yarn that I'm using for that is Fireweed Fiber Co. and her Sweet Pea sock, and that set is called Dreams of Winter Light. I don't know why I can't remember that one, but that is what it's called, Dreams of Winter Light. And yeah, I think that's it for the Choose Your Own Adventure pattern, and we will move on to one more work in progress. I did talk in Finished Objects about how I was enjoying having hat, also that I've been going a lot on out and about things like watching Cooper's basketball games, and I started a toddler hat. This will flip up, so there's a folded brim, but yeah, so I did quite a long brim, but it's nice to have that because then they can kind of pull it down over their ears if they get really cold. And this is the pattern that I'm going to be using, or that I am using, is called Bankhead, and it's by Susie Goulet. No, there's an R in there. And it's I don't know if it's free or not, but it has lots of sizes. I'm doing the baby size, toddler size, and I'm using loops and thread, impeccable tweed in the dark brown tweed. No, just brown tweed. Anyway, that's all that I have left. So just making the smallest size, and we'll see how much I get. I also have some of the cream. Can you? No, I don't think you can see it down there. It's down in the cubbies there. I have some cream, and then I have the non-tweed impeccable in like a pumpkin color and like a foresty color. So I think between those, I'll be making quite a few of these Bankhead hats. They seem really good and something that I would like to kind of have on the go at all times, because it's a really straightforward project that I can just, you know, have my hands busy while I'm watching all of the things that my children are participating in, or waiting for them to finish for their practice for the things. That seems to be what I do a lot lately. That is it for works in progress, and we'll move on to events. For events this week, I just have the one event that is coming to a close in a couple weeks, and that is the Down Cellar Studio Pigskin Party for 23-24. This ends just after the Super Bowl, which is February the 11th. And I think she gives us till the 12th to kind of like enter everything and take pictures. You know, the Super Bowl is like a party time, and everyone who watches it is usually, you know, enjoying the event and not necessarily worried about getting their projects finished up. So that's nice. But yeah, that's coming to a close soon. I have completed entering all of the projects that I have finished so far. I may finish a hat or two, but I don't think I'm going to be finishing any of my big projects in that time frame, because that's like a week and a half from now. So, but it's been a fun thing to do, a nice knit along, and get some imaginary points is always fun. Let's move on to chatter. Even though it's only been just over a week, I feel out of practice for doing this. I feel awkward. I don't know why. It's weird. Let's see. Books. I have finished a couple books. So I started a new series called The Footman's Club, and this is by Valerie Bowman. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. They're over here today. I just keep switching it up. So I like to move my location a little bit depending on the lighting in this room, which is terrible, by the way. The lighting, not the room. And yeah, so I'm in a different spot, so I have to kind of balance my computer on the things around the room that will hold a computer. That's more information than you guys wanted to know about this. So I've read the first two books in this series, The Footman and I, and Duke Looks Like a Groomsman. Yes, that title is, reminiscent of a song. If you know, you know. Yeah, and the titles, some of the titles and the rest of the series, you know, also a little questionable. It makes me laugh every time. I have enjoyed them. They're a fluff read, like just something fun to read. helps me relax in bed and get ready to go to sleep. So that has been good. I am continuing the audiobooks for the Wheel of Time series, but the current one that I'm listening to, I still have 30 hours left, so it's going to be a while before I get through those. The weather has been unseasonably warm. We've been above zero for a long time now. All the snow is pretty much melted except for anything that was kind of piled up. And it hasn't even been sunny. It's just been like overcast and foggy and gross. It's just been really gross, really gross. And I think that a lot of the plants and stuff think that spring is here, which maybe it is, but there's lots of like buds coming out on trees. I've had multiple ladybugs around the house. So if we do get another deep freeze, I'm worried that the flora and fauna around here are going to suffer, because usually February is also very cold. So I don't know. Also, if we don't get a lot more snow, we're definitely going to be in a drought this year. We're not going to have enough water up in our snow, the snowpack up the mountains, and we definitely won't have enough water to fight fires and stuff. So could be a very bad year for that. Let's hope that everybody takes the appropriate precautions and doesn't start any fires, because lightning starts enough of them. All right, there's my rant for the day. As I mentioned before, I've been watching lots of basketball. Cooper's had a couple extra basketball games as they come to the end of the season. He has one more game on Monday, and that's the end of the regular season. And then they'll find out whether they're in the playoffs or not. And robotics, he's also on a robotics team, and that is coming up to their competition, not this weekend, but next weekend. And that is the big regional. They've had a couple like small scrimmages, practice competitions, but the regional competition is happening in a couple weeks. So he's been working really hard for that, extra practices and stuff too. So it's been lots of driving kids around, sitting and watching while he practices, and all of that fun stuff. Hence the Musselburgh that's finished. Yeah, that's about it. Taylor's been, enjoying her activities as well. She started rock climbing again. Fortunately for me, I don't have to sit around and watch her rock climb because it is a 2-hour class. But she loves it, so that's good. And yeah, that's about, there I go saying, and yeah. That is all that has been really happening around here. I'm still taking some dance classes. Right now I'm doing tap dancing, and I started a new line dancing class, which if anybody is in the local area, definitely message me and I will give you all the details. It's a drop-in class for $5, and it's a lot of fun. And there's, people of all ages and genders and all that kind of fun stuff. I think that's about it. I know it's Tuesday today, and I'll probably record again on Friday. Hopefully I can get back on a schedule, but there you go. That's what I've been working on, and I hope you guys have a great few days until I see you again next time. Bye.